to suckle from the teats of other countries, and it's the whole thing is a fucking grift. I have no respect for the men.
You Mike. Sicilian. Hold on, Raj. Sicilian, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
You want to chime in? You want to say how great America is?
Sorry, my dog.
Your dog must have a bullshit
What did
detector.
you say?
I said, did you want to chime in on how great America is?
No. I just want to answer the question about who invaded Ukraine. It was Russians, but it doesn't matter at all because it's now time to stop
Thank you,
this.
Captain Obvious.
And Trump is doing this, and Zelensky must obey and do what Trump told him.
Well, that was the most astute share we've had today. Guys, we're going popcorn style.
I like how Emrys Barb in the chat says that Speaker Greg is a weak man, and the fact that she uses, the black hand emoji, 3 checks up. This racial identity politic bullshit is insane and low IQ. The problem is discrimination in terms of constantly using the term black or white. But going back to what is happening in Ukraine, peace is now. This is the equilibrium we need on the planet for Ukraine, for America, for the taxpayers. And unfortunately, you have a lot of people here who keep using a conjunctive adjective, or it's called but, or however, and everything is always Putin is a piece of shit. Well, if you knew the truth about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and his laptop from hell, we have to be self-reflective and know that America is the piece of shit in many ways, and we keep electing pieces of shit. And they're still in the Congress, they're everywhere. So wake up, America, and stop voting for these pieces of shit who are doing regime change operations and putting us $40 trillion in debt.
Emmy, thank you. Let me just say this before I go to Emrys. I don't know Speak Gregory in real life. I've only shared space with the man on this app. But from what I've gathered from Gregory, right, I don't agree with probably, 80% of the things he says. But I know he does some real good things in real life. Not off the side. The man has a life. And he does a lot of good things in real life. So Greg got my respect. Emrys, how you doing? Good morning.
Shalom. I am playing good name on my mouth. The old person I spoke on was good.
I can barely hear you, bro. I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I didn't bring all them other names, and I ain't put no colorism out there. I was speaking directly to Greg because I heard him. And I also heard everybody on this platform. When I'm looking at the news, I know for a fact J.D. Vance put out when he was running, believe it or not. Putin started that war. Now somebody else give me in writing that I'm wrong. But I got a very good memory. Putin started that war.
Nobody disagrees.
I didn't interrupt you, Mr. JP.
Okay. But it's my room. So I'm going to say something here. We all know that, Captain Obvious. We know who started the war. What we're trying to have a dialogue on is how do we finish the war? How do we get it to end? How do innocent civilians stop getting killed? That's what we're talking about. So when you come up and insult our intelligence and say, who started the war? We all know who started the war. We all know Putin's a piece of shit dictator. We know this. But why can't we have a perspective and look through a different lens?
Yeah, and Jay, and the reason why I responded and said what I said wasn't a position of weakness. It was to create the dialogue, and that will come out in the wash. You could go straight to who started it, but okay, then we end this conversation, or we come up with another title, or would we still be talking about fixing it, reconciliation, or it's never going to be fixed and we just need to get some popcorn and watch it go down? That's all. So that's not weakness. You didn't hear me say one way or the other who started it. I'm not interested in that part because it ain't, the question on the table is not who started it. And I didn't come to talk about that. I came to basically talk about where do we go from here. And I think if you were listening to me, I didn't take